Hello?
Hey there, this is Bob Moss calling on behalf of, I guess, Galactic, Ursula, and also Cass.
Oh, okay. This is.
I am a therapist in town. I've been asked to speak with you and set up a time, schedule, whatever, even now is good, to go over some of the things that you are experiencing and just
Alright.
get a better idea of your current condition. Is that okay with you? You can
Yeah.
also decline if you're not comfortable.
Yeah. I'm. I'm fine with that.
All right, and
We
just to
can.
re-double check, this is Joanna, is that correct?
Yes.
Sounds good. And where are you currently?
I'm just at my apartment. I can meet up anywhere, although I don't really have a ride.
Ah, I'm in a similar boat. I am at Dean's World. Hmm. hmm. Let me see if I can get a taxi. That way you don't have to do too much work.
Alright.
Where are you most comfortable talking? Because unfortunately, at the moment, do not have an office.
Uh, I guess I could always bring you into my apartment.
If that's where you're comfortable, again,
Yeah.
everything's about comfort here.
Yeah, I can do that.
Alrighty, well, I'll get myself a ride to the apartments, and then I'll give you a call when I'm there.
Alright.
All right, see you soon.
See ya. Huh. Alright. I guess all that waiting did pay off. Alright. Guess I just gotta wait for him. It'll probably be a minute or two. Today really is a waiting kind of day. Maybe I'll go back to my apartments where it's safer. Oh boy, I am just waiting and waiting. It happens. I am also tired. We shall see how things go. I'll just wait more. I guess play some more music, as always. Hello?
Hey, sorry for the delay. Getting a ride is a lot more difficult than I thought it would have been.
That's okay.
I'm here at the apartment, so.
Oh, I'm right here.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Here. Alright, let me let you in.
All right, what's the apartment number?
Um, it would be. Uh. I honestly don't know.
Ah, you just unlocked it, yeah?
Yeah. I assume it'd be 180.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Probably that one.
Yeah.
Wish us luck.
Yep. There we go. Or not. Did it not work? He was there for a second and then he wasn't. He probably went to the wrong apartment. Uh, did he crash? What? Uh, hmm. I assume he crashed. Yeah, I assume. Maybe that's why he kind of disappeared. Oh,
Hey there.
hey.
So that caused me to have a headache.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Do you want to try my apartment?
Yeah, let's try that.
All right, it is unlocked. Let me stop calling you.
Okay. I assume your apartment 122?
Uh,
Yeah.
probably.
There we go.
Hey, that's good. That was
Yeah.
concerning for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess have a seat on the chair. You can be comfortable, and I
Alright.
think I brought my own. There we are. So, my name is Bob Moss. I am a counseling psychologist. I was told briefly a little bit about your current situation, but I'd like to hear it from you first and foremost.
Alright. I assume the Professor Galactic told you the basics?
I said that you are of the mindset that you are currently dead. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
they have tried to show you proof otherwise, and I guess it was not satisfactory for you to believe. Yes?
Uh, yeah, I guess you can put it that way. I mean, I know my own body. I know what I feel. I know I'm dead. So,
Hmm.
um, it's, um, it's gotten frustrating to have people tell me otherwise.
It can be very frustrating because we do know ourselves more than anyone else ever could. Things that go on in our bodies, in our head, are things that we feel first, they experience second.
Exactly.
I understand. When did you first realize that you were dead?
Um, so about, I'd say, probably more than a week ago now, um, I ended up passing out on the pier. I had been awake for 7 days, I think I want to say, and I had ended up passing out. I believe I probably hit my head, I want to say. I'm not 100% certain there, but when I woke up, I knew I was dead.
Hmm. Hmm. And I guess what were the first signs to you that you were dead? Like, were you cold? Did you stop feeling your heartbeat? Like, what was the first thing that you noticed?
Yeah, no pulse. I was definitely colder. My heart wasn't beating. I guess it's hard to explain. You just feel dead. You just know that you.
Before this happened to you, you said you've been awake for 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
Why were you awake for so long? Do you know?
Um. Yeah. So I guess Professor Galactic didn't tell you about that. Um.
No. I had
I.
told him that it'd be best to hear most things from your own perspective before I'm tainted by someone else's opinion.
Yeah. So I have always had a. I guess what some would call a troubled relationship with sleep.
Hmm.
I don't like to sleep, or I guess I didn't like to sleep. And now I don't really need to worry about it since I'm dead.
So it was less insomnia and more just personal distaste for it.
More fear,
What were you afraid of?
dying in my sleep.
Hmm. So you've always had a kind of fear of death.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Was there anything, I guess, that started this fear? Like, where does it stem from? Do you have any, I guess, clue?
Probably be the death of my sister.
How did she pass, if you don't mind my asking?
She died in her sleep, so that you can see
That,
where.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
a very clear connection.
pretty obvious there.
Did they ever find out what caused her death?
She was very sick when she was young. It was inevitable, really.
Was it just constant, like weakness or
I'm
heart condition, or like, do you have any idea?
I'm not sure. I was
It
still
was,
young at
you
the
were young,
time.
yeah. I
I
understand.
Yeah.
I don't mean to pry too hard. I'm just trying to get a good understanding
No,
also
no.
of your family's pre-existing conditions.
Yeah, I just
Because,
I
like you said, if you suddenly fell over, hit your head, and die, I mean, there's got to be some kind of pre-existing condition, unless the head injury was enough to make you bleed out.
yeah.
Now, when people have, I guess, shown you what they believe is proof of your still living, how do you feel at the time? Just misunderstood or
Yeah.
frustrated?
Yeah, kind of frustrated, misunderstood, maybe a bit attacked, like they don't think that what I feel is real, like they don't understand.
Mhm. And at this moment, what do you feel?
Nothing?
So, like, you don't have any sensation at all?
Yeah, just kind of numb.
Hmm. Overall numbness. I see. And, what is it of your opinion that keeps you moving?
Um, I'm not sure. It may be other people. I feel like they're in denial about my death. You know, they say that denial is the first stage of grief, and I feel like that may be what people are experiencing. Um,
I suppose that may be true, but I guess what separates you from your sister? Like when she passed, what kept her from coming back?
I mean, she did stay around.
Hmm. So she was still kind of up and at 'em.
No, no, she, I guess, lived on through me.
So you could see visages of your sister still after she had passed on, or you
Yeah,
just mean
although
more like her memory?
more auditory than anything. I didn't really see her, just heard her.
Hmm. And do you still occasionally hear whispers of her, or no?
I do.
Hmm. When your sister passed, did you feel any kind of resentment or guilt or any kind of association to the death?
I felt guilt.
Why did you feel guilty?
I was the one taking care of her.
And you felt like maybe you had failed her.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy to understand that too, You feel like you had to protect her and do everything you could to keep her around, and once she passed, she still lived on in you. So that all makes sense.
Yeah.
Does she ever blame you?
Yeah.
Is she constantly there?
Not constantly, but
When do you notice her the loudest?
when I don't sleep.
Hmm. Have you, well, I guess prior to your current condition, did you ever consider sleep monitoring things that can try to jostle you awake if your heart stops or if your breathing stops?
I mean, I guess I thought about it, but she was usually the one pushing me not to sleep. And I
Hmm.
didn't really, I don't know, I didn't like going against her.
Was she very controlling?
I guess overwhelming is the term.
Very overwhelming. Probably very demanding because she was always in her bed, yeah? Or always, I guess, ill.
Yeah, I felt like I had to do a lot for her. You know, so
Why was
much.
she afraid of sleep?
She wasn't afraid of sleep.
She just didn't want you to?
I, she, I mean, I don't think, when she was alive, she didn't mind. I don't think it was more
Oh, I see.
after.
It's after. I see.
Yeah.
My misunderstanding. Sorry.
No, no, it's okay.
Hmm.
It was, I I feel like although even when she was alive I didn't get a lot of sleep, there was always a lot to do, you know,
So you
to
already
help.
had a negative association with sleep back then because you are a constant routine of needing to take care of things, and if you forgot something, you couldn't sleep.
Yep. I always had things to do.
Did you ever resent her for that?
No, no.
Well, that's good.
I don't think I could ever resent her.
Well, it's easy to see how some might, when all of your time is set to devote and take care of someone, and you don't get anything to yourself anymore. Your life is in shambles because if anything goes wrong, you end up like you are, with all of this guilt. So no one would blame you for feeling a little resentment, but if you don't, that's okay. I'm just saying, like, whatever you feel, it would be justified because no one can judge you for what you've already done.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about your current condition? I know you're numb, but have you accepted it, or is it something that you wish to change or try to find solution for? Like, do you wish to remain dead, or are you hoping to come back?
I I thought I was okay with it, and accepting of it, but um, really, the whole reason I've been reaching out to people is because of my friend Veronica. She's
Mhm.
been really worried about me, and she's been the one pushing me to reach out and do things, and I I don't want to disappoint her. She cares about me in a way that I haven't really felt in a really long time, and I I don't want her to be sad about me being dead.
Prior to you entering this condition, meaning dead, how to phrase?
Prior to dying?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like, did you have any lingering sense of duty? Obviously, your sister already passed. That was your biggest life, goals, and unfortunately, that happened. But afterwards, do you have any lingering? What's the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry, my brain's a little bit slow right now.
Obligations?
I guess obligations is a good filler word for it. Yeah,
I guess, yeah.
regrets, like final regrets, things you couldn't do.
I mean, I've always felt like there was, more I needed to do, more I, you know, could do, and sleep got in the way of that. And, if I just did more, then things would be, better. I wouldn't be wasting so much time.
Well, hmm. So it sounds like sleep has always been something that you've had issues with, in a sense, even without your sister's unfortunate passing.
Yeah,
You've always just felt like there's more to be done. It's not so much that you can't sleep because your body won't let you. It's more your mind is fighting the urge to sleep because there's just so many things that you want to do.
yeah.
Did you
And,
feel like you had to compensate the time that you would lose for sleeping by doing even more?
yeah,
Hmm.
it's kind of why I developed a love for coffee.
Yeah, that can definitely have a lot of effects on your mind too, and can cause a lot of stressors and can affect your heart as well as other things. That could also be, wait, well, do you know how you fell
Uh, what do you mean? Like,
when you said you hit your head and you passed out, or not passed out, but passed away?
um, like how I felt, like physically?
Yeah, what made you fall?
Um, Exhaustion?
Yeah, that sounds logical. Just making sure it wasn't anyone pushing
Yeah.
you, harming you, etc. Okay, so I think I have a good general scope of what, keeps you attached, right? So it's a lingering sense of towards your friends and wanting to make them all feel more accepting of your current condition and let you go, potentially. There's also
Mm-hmm.
a sense that you have a lot of duty, so things you want to take care of and maintain at least until you're sure that they can be carried on when you're gone. Would that be accurate?
Yeah,
So you have a lot of obligations and you have a lot of people
exactly.
that care about you and you fear that they're all in denial of your current situation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know they're all in denial of your situation because, again, you know your condition.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's frustrating. People not
Yeah,
believing you is going to always be frustrating.
it is.
Well, I understand.
Oh,
And it's safe here. You can tell me
it's,
these things and I won't judge you, and I'm not making any judgments or assumptions about you. I'm just
yeah,
here to listen and offer at least some sense of understanding.
yeah. It's nice to have someone who understands rather than
And
just brushing it off or saying
and
I'm
I want you
wrong.
to know I'm in no way humoring you. I'm listening and I'm gonna do my best to explain your situation to others. And of course, you have to understand that part of what your friends are going to need from you, if you're going to continue to exist, regardless of whether or not you intended to or not, they're going to want to still try to see if they can help you and bring you back,
Yeah. Yeah.
like into complete tip top shape instead of this current dead corpse state.
And I think I'm willing to do that for them.
Yeah. And you're going to have to understand that there's a chance that some of these treatments that they might try are going to involve potentially having you sleep.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not comfortable with it, you can back out and you can continue as you are. But if you want to try to put everyone at ease, I would say you're going to want to try at least as many different treatments as you can to see if they can bring you back.
Yeah, definitely.
I understand. So
Hmm.
I'm going to probably have to take some notes down because I've spent more time talking than writing, but
That's okay.
I can spread them over to the doctors and they can help
Yeah.
create a possible treatment plan for what caused your death and see if we can salvage what's left, because as you die or have been dead, that means your body could be slowly decaying, but at a delayed rate due to everyone's lingering attachment to you and denial. They're
Yeah.
somehow maintaining your current form, which is very much appreciated, I'm sure, especially because
Yeah.
decomposing doesn't smell so great.
Yeah.
Now, I hope you're still taking care of the basic necessities despite your current state, meaning, regular self hygiene,
Hmm.
making an appearance to drink water, regardless of whether or not it has an effect on you, and
Yeah.
eating.
It makes them feel better, if I go through
Exactly.
the
Seeing you do
motions.
things that make you seem alive will always make them feel better.
Oh.
And if they don't believe you and if they tell you you're not dead, you can just continue to remind them that I'm okay. You don't have to correct them. You can just tell them, I understand my situation and I'm okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I can do that.
It's going to be a lot easier than arguing with people and having the same conversation. So it's better just to go, I understand.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to understand our side. Not
Yeah.
everyone's going to hear us, but we can hear them, and then
Yeah.
that's how you can move it on.
Yeah. That's all I want people to say to me is that they understand.
And I do understand. Now, of course, I'm still going to want you to get these treatments to potentially bring you back
Yeah.
out of your current living state. Well,
Someone
unliving state.
understands. Unliving
So,
state, yeah.
so I'll start taking some notes. If you feel there's anything else you want to tell me about, any other conditions that you might have had while you were still alive, or any other messages you'd like me to keep track of to help pass on,
Um, I guess I'll have to think while you write.
yeah, you can always send me texts too,
Yeah,
and I'll make sure that they get passed along too.
of course. Did you want me to, I guess, leave now while you write?
Oh, you can do whatever you prefer. If you'd like, I could still talk to you while I'm taking notes, and or if you want to, have some privacy, I understand. I do recommend if you go anywhere outside the apartments to go as far away as possible because even a corpse can still be shot.
Yeah. Um,
Your friends probably wouldn't appreciate you being riddled with holes.
yeah. I might want to call Veronica and tell her. I'm sure she'd be happy to hear.
That you're gonna look into treatment.
Yeah, that I'm talking to people.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
again, you could send me a message anytime, and I'll do my best to reply. And if I'm awake, I can always give you a call. We can meet and talk some more if you feel it helps. And if you don't really appreciate, what we've gone through just now in terms of talking, I understand, and we have probably some other therapists you could speak to if you ever feel the need to change. I completely understand regardless.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
All right,
It
well,
means a lot.
no, and it's been a pleasure to meet you, and I hope to continue to be able to see you. But if I don't, you will be able to live on in my memory as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a pleasure to meet you.
You as well. Oh, you completely missed the good part.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey. Oh, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just was calling to, I guess, update you. I just had my first
Yeah,
therapy session with Dr. Moss, I guess.
how'd that go?
It went really good.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm glad to hear that.
yeah, it seems like he understands what I'm going through.
It's really good to hear, Joanna.
Yeah, yeah.
How are
Mm,
you feeling after it?
kind of exhausted.
That's fair. It can be hard to talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Are you gonna go to bed here?
yeah, probably. I just
Well,
wanted to keep you updated, you know.
absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sorry we didn't get to catch up today in person.
No, no, it's okay. I was doing stuff, so it's.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
medical stuff is really private and personal, so
yeah,
but if anything comes up that you need me there for, please don't hesitate to let me know.
of course. I will.
Because I will drop whatever I'm doing unless like I'm like being held up at the vault. Um, in which case I can't exactly drop doing that. But
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Alright.
But I'm really glad to hear. I'm really glad to hear that you had your first session.
Yeah, he's gonna forward stuff to Galactic and they'll go from there.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm really glad to hear that.
yeah,
All right. I don't want to keep you awake if you're exhausted.
yeah, yeah,
So get some good rest, and I'll see you soon.
yeah. Uh,
Okay.
Love you, Veronica.
Love you too, Joanna.
And there you go. You joined right at the end. I'm so sorry, Fonz. You literally joined right at the end. Oh, that was some good stuff. Actually getting a therapy session in. Interesting to finally have someone who understands Joanna and kind of is approaching this in the right way rather than the wrong way to kind of approach someone who is experiencing delusions is just to tell them that they're wrong over and over. That doesn't really help. It only kind of serves to negatively reinforce it in a way. The most common thing is to kind of try and help them through what they're feeling because you can't talk someone out of a delusion. It's just it. I mean, I'm kind of speaking generally. I'm sure at some point, you can, but in a general sense, I think it's more appropriate to just help them work through what they are feeling in the moment. And Joanna needs someone who can guide her through the options And if that means, working her through, like, okay, we're going to do these things to make you alive again, as long as it helps her come to terms with being alive, that's better than the state she's in. Even if it doesn't completely rid the delusion, there are steps to treatments like this. It's all very complicated and might not be the most medically accurate since we're doing it through no pixel RP, but I'm sure it's very it's good enough. And I hope it's yeah, I'm really happy with how that went. It seemed like he was a really good therapist. It seemed like he knew what he was doing. I'm really happy about that. For someone with such a kind of memey name like Bob Moss. Yeah, yeah, I guess I'm sorry to end it right when you got here. Yeah, I guess Foz, this one was split into two VODs because I was like, I don't think anything else is going to happen. And then I got the call for Bob Moss. But the first one, nothing really happened in that one other than Johanna getting an MRI. And yeah, really the only important thing that happened this time was just the therapy session. And also, I recently just did all the highlighting of the VODs for Joanna, so that's all kind of squared away and organized, so that should be good. Yeah. I guess I will see you hopefully tomorrow, and we shall see.